Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Village Group Chat. I am one half of your host, Selikka Wood.
And I'm the other half, Mike Rogers. Excited to be here today.
I am too.
Yeah.
We're covering 6 and 7 of the Rock Solid series, so I'm excited. I ain't gonna get too far ahead of myself because I know you probably worried like, Selikka, this is not what we talked about. I already know how you be.
No.
But that's the reason we're here, though.
I was about to say, we definitely wanted to partner, but you did forget to do something. So, as your co-host and also the co-lead in the ministry, I try to fill in the gaps when you make mistakes.
It wasn't a mistake.
You forgot to mention.
I know that we're providing hope.
But you see what I got to do?
Go ahead, save the day real quick. We're waiting.
That's sarcasm too. I appreciate that. No, we are here to provide hope, encouragement, and share practical tips as we navigate our family's journey. Even maybe some laughs.
Can we get some clap? Can we get some clap on post production for that after he read our purpose?
Wow.
We're gonna get some sound effects.
I definitely read it. Let's make sure.
We love you, Mike. Thank you. All right.
Well, shoot, let's jump into it. We definitely got to welcome our listeners too.
Yes.
Those new listeners, old listeners, those who are joining us.
We got some people who've been rocking with us for 3 seasons.
Yeah, most definitely.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we are very appreciative. Those on YouTube, Spotify, all of the different platforms.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Listening.
We're there. We're there. And so, again, we would love for you to connect with us afterwards. For me, Mike J. Rogers 1. For Selikka, how can they catch up with you?
You can catch me on IG at no_ordinary_mom. Or you can hit us up at the Village Group Chat on IG. And that's how you can find us, connect with us.
Yeah. So diving right into it, because we do have a few weeks that we need to cover and talk about.
Yeah, 6 and 7. We did not expect for Pastor Battle to go this long, first of all.
But we're appreciative,
Yes.
even the value that he's brought to it. But getting to know you, for those who want to get to know you.
I'm sure everybody does. I mean, why would you say it like that, first of all? But my question is, this is a fun get to know you. It's not all deep.
Okay.
But my question is, would you rather win the lottery for $150 million or live twice as long, basically live 2 lifetimes?
You said not as deep. That's deep though. Okay, I think I got mine. I would rather win the lottery for 150 million, because the reality is, if you're living twice as long, I mean, you still need money, you still need food, and then also, this is no indictment. Black does not crack. Let's be honest about clear. For as we continue to get older, we look like we're in our 50s, even though.
But you might be starting your life over, so maybe you get to your 80 mark and then you start back over as a baby.
But 150, looking like him, nah. So yeah, give me the money.
Yeah, I would too. I've made peace with having one lifetime. I definitely would give me the 150 million today.
Yeah.
And let me move on with my life.
Promissory notes and just give me cash.
Yes.
Let me do it.
I don't need 2 lifetimes. Yeah. Even though I do hope, I pray to God I live a long, long time. Yeah. But I don't need 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. No, that's real.
And who's to say that next lifetime might not be some trash?
Yeah.
What if that joint was worse than the first one?
Yeah. I mean, shoot, with how things are changing culturally, I mean, there definitely are some challenges that we all are dealing with, but
it just be me and AIs, and you just don't know. I just don't want to take those kind of chances. Yeah, the AI.
Yeah, you're the artificial intelligence.
You that's what the next lifetime probably mess around to be like. And I'd be mad I ain't take that 150.
Yeah, hey, I would have taken it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too.
Shoot, man. Definitely let us know what it is that you would desire to do. We definitely care about that too. So diving in, because we have a lot to talk about. Yeah. Today we will be, as we said, we will be concluding the Rock Solid series. Pastor Battle began a few weeks ago. The foundation of this series was ensuring we are aligned with how God has organized and structured our family. Pastor Battle also provided some practical tools to assist with restructuring our household if it's not moving in the direction. I'm just so overwhelmed.
I was
in tears.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Clear your throat.
This was such a powerful. I'll be hating, But hey, if I had some water on the side,
anxiety over here. I'm like, we can get this man some water.
Let me back up. Pastor Battle also provided some practical tools to assist with restructuring our household if it's not moving in the direction that we desire. From all that he has shared, a couple things that stood out to me, especially from this, I guess what episode? Not even episode, but series 6.
Yeah, 6. That was 6.
Yep. Something that he said, and I know this is not always kindly embraced or even expected, especially in the African American community. Teach your children to own their mistakes.
Shoot, I don't think that's about the African American community.
In general?
Yeah, I think it's in general.
Everybody. Yeah. So my question is, what are some practical ways you can implement this principle, owning your mistakes?
Yeah, I think it's one of the things is start by us owning our own mistakes as parents. And we talk about, and this is something I don't think is common in the Black community. It seems like we have challenges with apologizing to our children, especially when we know we did wrong. Or it doesn't even have to be something directly with them, but being able to own up to our mistakes that we've made, even if they didn't see us make them. We can have these conversations with them and share your own life experiences with them so they know that it's okay to make a mistake, to own up to your mistake, to recover from your mistake. Like that doesn't define what the rest of your life is going to look like. I was talking to
good. That's so good. Like modeling the behavior that you want to see in them. Because we are the first representation of interactions that people or that our children will have outside of our household. What if we were the ones to say, you know what, that's my fault. I apologize. I own that.
And not just with them, but they see us even do it with other people, but also them when we make a mistake, because none of us are perfect. But I think it's a part of, because I think he was talking about also like having children own up to their mistakes, but it's a part of us as parents where we feel responsible for mistakes that our children make. You know what I mean? And because we look at it as like a representation of us somehow. And I think that it's like something you got to learn and like work through. And I say this now that, I have an adult child. It's something that you really have to be able to sit back and, partner with your kid. If you go from parenting to partnering, where you realize that when they're like some of the things that they're going to experience or decisions that they make is not a reflection of me. This is their life and they have to go through certain things so that they can adjust accordingly. But it's hard to do, especially as they get older. I can only imagine how our parents felt about us and some of the things that we did. And they just sitting back like, I know I didn't told them better, or they know better to do that. It's something in you though, as a parent, that makes you just take responsibility. You want to protect them, but you feel like any mistake that they make is a result of a shortcoming of you, some type of something you didn't give them. But that's not the truth. That is, we have to like make peace with the fact that that's not true. All we can do is the best that we can while we're raising them. And the mistakes that they made, they have to have to learn to take ownership for it. And we have to be okay to know it wasn't, it's not anything I did.
On us. They are competing with other forces, spiritual forces too, that are driving them. Even they're growing up in an age or society that we didn't grow up in with AI. And I know you were joking about that earlier, but they legit is artificial intelligence that can mirror an image and then make you say something that you didn't necessarily say. So their technology has continued to advance in a way that they're competing or dealing with things that we didn't have. And
have you ever had a time like that where you were like, with our kids, they could do something. It doesn't matter. It could be something big or something small. And they do it. And you think to yourself as a parent, like, oh no, I got to nip that in the bud. Like, no, we're not going to be doing this. It's like, we automatically just assume that responsibility for the behavior or decision. And we gotta, as they get older, I think we as parents, we just gotta learn to like outgrow that and accept experiences in life for what it is. But we do have a responsibility. I'm not saying that.
No, you're
right. They also have free will. And we have to like be honest about that.
We got to understand that we're not always going to be parenting an infant. We're not always going to be parenting elementary. So we have to grow our relationship. We have to be intentional about ensuring our relationship grows as they grow too.
Yep.
Something else I wanted to ask you. All right. There was a part where Pastor Battle also talked about the importance of alignment with grandparents, and just that being a critical aspect of your village. You remember when we did that podcast?
Yeah, grandparents just don't understand.
Yeah. So definitely make sure you go out and check it out.
I think that was last season.
Love it. Yeah, because we definitely want to figure out how we can continue to leverage those relationships. But really, this question is for you and for all of our listeners. How valuable is the wisdom and perspective you receive from your grandparents, or even just your parents?
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I think it depends on who the grandparents are, because all grandparents don't got good sense.
Yeah,
that's the truth of the matter. But my grandparents were instrumental in my life. My grandparents raised me. My father's parents, from the time I was 6 months old until they passed away. I lived primarily in their house before I even lived with my actual parents at 14 years old. That was probably my first time ever living with my parents that I can remember. Well, back and forth between my mother and my father's house. But they were like my grandparents. It's things that they had taught me and they still stick with me to this day. Yeah. And I know that my parents, obviously, for me to be living with them, like they felt the need to, they needed them. And so they valued them and the value that they added to my life. So I think it's important to have wise grandparents around. I miss my grandparents so much.
Yeah.
I told you, remember the story I told you about just, and I said it on the podcast, about how growing up, I would eat applesauce with every single meal until I was an adult, because that's what my grandparents did. I had it with every single meal. And I started to, when I had Sage, I would do the exact same thing with her. It's like I inherited these things that I didn't even realize because of my grandparents.
Yeah, more is caught than what is taught. I believe I may have even said that around that time, like just the environment that we are, that we grow up in influence us in so many different directions or so many different ways. And I think it's also valuable to have grandparents or somebody who serves in that role to continue to reinforce what it is that you're trying to teach your kids. So
that's the important part, though. They have to be able to not be trying to raise your kids, like tell you what to do, but really learn how to like partner with you to make sure that your boundaries are being respected. But some grandparents, I think the turmoil happens when they overstep those boundaries because they feel like they know best. There are some people who know best. But really trying to search for that alignment, I think is worth it.
So shoot, man, just kind of highlighting something that happened with part 7 last week. Do you remember when we were up on stage?
Yes.
Man, shoot. How did that
and we only had 24 hours notice that we were going to be up there.
Man, but I'm grateful that we, first and foremost, that Pastor Battle saw fit to invite us even for an opportunity like that. But just looking back at it, it's been a few days since we were able to experience, like, how did it feel to kind of be on that platform, that Sunday platform?
I think it was good. It was great to be able to highlight the family ministry and, some of the things that we have going on, especially with us being a new ministry. I thought that was great. And it felt good to be able to talk directly to parents about things that we are passionate about, the building a rock solid home, and to be able to talk with the Davies, the couple that was on there for you guys who maybe didn't watch it. They have 12 children, been married 36 years. And just have so much like wisdom as it pertains to parenting and family. But it felt, it was an opportunity for us to be speaking to the lives of others, and I was with it.
And I just want to be clear too. We're not in any way perfect. I mean, sometimes she thinks she is, but we're not. You see. But in no way we're not perfect. But just being able to have that platform, because there definitely there was work that it was put in. It's consistently we are putting into our family to be able to have that platform to highlight some of the things that are critical, not just to us, but to Zion Church, the community as a whole, was honoring. It's humbling.
But when it comes to parenting, just to kind of piggyback on what you just said, when it comes to parenting, our goal should never be to be perfect anyway. And so, we aren't perfect, but I will say, and I'm happy to say that we are intentional about the families that we're trying to create, that we are creating, and the memories that they have. And that's why it was just so great to, when the Davies mentioned like some of the things that they've done over the last 36 years to just build a rock solid home, to know that it was affirming to me to know like that we're on the right track of the things that we're doing, making those every memory matters, every moment matters. Keeping God in the midst of it all, making sure you are going to Him for guidance and raising your children. Just all of the different things that they mentioned. I was just like, oh God, we on the right track.
We're getting there.
We tracking.
Yeah, that's exciting. So for a parent who after going through an experience like this for the past few months, who may be overwhelmed with saying, oh man, I'm doing it all wrong. What would your encouragement be to them?
I would say just start trying to do it right, better. No, I'm not even gonna say right, because what is right? Start trying to do it better. You don't have to, just because you feel like something is going down a path that you really, you didn't expect for it to go, whatever that is, whatever it looks like. It's not to you, as long as we got breath in our bodies, let's start. Let's start. Let's come up with a plan and visualize what it is that we would like our families to be like. What do we want to instill in our families, and what are the steps, like some real life practical things we can do to start going down that path? Some of the things they talked about on Sunday was family meetings. Pastor Battle talked about having dinner as a family. Like maybe you won't be having dinner together every night, but that's something that you desire. Let's get something on the calendar for this coming week. How about we do that? How about, you know what I mean?
And so protect that too. Once it's on that calendar, protect what it is that you're building, protect what it is that you're putting in place.
Yeah. And a lot of times I think that the hardest part is people want different. You just don't know where to start, or you find it just overwhelming. Like, I done screwed this up so bad. I don't even know what to do now. You start. You come up, you start to get real and honest about what it is that you want your family to be like and what kind of things you want to instill in. And something I would definitely recommend is pray about those things. Go to God with your honest feelings about how you feel like maybe you messed up, or these are the things that you desire. How do I get there? How do I create more time? How do I create a safe space in my home? Whatever it is that you are desiring, talk to God about it, and things will start to be revealed to you that you had no idea about.
Yeah. I love that. Prayer. Something else I think is important too, partnerships.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, like we have a thriving smart group community here at Zion Church. And I know for sure I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for a community of guys where I can go and be vulnerable with, man. Like this shoot, life is not exactly where I want it to be. But there've been guys that have been helped and supported me to getting to where I am.
Yeah. So I talked about that on Sunday when we were talking about the single parents. Like, even if you're a single parent, like, you don't have to wait until like you have this quote unquote ideal family or till you get a better job, you get more money or whatever. Now. Like, really start building your village around you now. And when I was like really in the thick of it, when my daughter was like much younger, I was just like, I was so intentional about getting people out of my life who did not align with where I was trying to go. And as I started to like remove those people, God replaced them with people who could actually who were wiser than me, who were smarter than me, who had similar experiences. And that allowed me to grow in my whole, my parenthood journey. So
This is good, man. The village. That's our podcast. The village. Like you said, village matters. It does. But that's one of the reasons why even when we were trying to identify a name, like we chose the village. Like all of us are where we are today due to a strong village.
Yeah.
So
I forgot some of the other names we chose. I can't even remember. We had a couple of names.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. We chose something. I gotta look it up. All right. So as we're closing this time out, this conversation out, what do you want to leave with our listeners?
I already left them with everything that I have. Yes. This start. Imagine your greatest dreams for your family and start working towards them and keep God in that conversation.
Yeah. something I want to leave with our listeners is just get connected with us. Let's get connected with the family ministry. We got some things coming down the pike that I'm excited about, and even just having the freedom and space, the vision from Pastor Battle, and ultimately like our bosses, the people that we report to, just to honestly say this is so valuable and important. Man, we're going to give space for you guys to continue to build, and so. I'm excited. I'm truly excited about it. And we got something coming up. You made this announcement this Sunday.
On July 22nd, we have the Own Your Future Home Buyers forum. We'll have a panel of real estate experts. If you are a first-time home buyer and you are looking just to gain more insight on the whole process from beginning to end, we invite you to come out. All you have to do is text OWN to 51555, and you can register there, and it'll be in person at our Greenbelt campus here in Maryland, or you can stream online.
Yeah, good. So if they wanted to reach you directly, how could they reach you?
They can hit me up on Instagram at No Ordinary Mom, no_ordinary_mom, or of course you can hit us up in our DMs at the Village Group Chat.
And for me, I'm simple. Mike J. Rogers 1. Mike J. Rogers.
Yeah, you say it. You know you want to say it.
You gotta put a D. Rogers, RODGERS, because it's gonna go to some other Mike J. Rogers. But no, man, we're appreciative of you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah, and I've been loving this series. I felt like it was wrapped up in a great way, and I'm looking forward to what's coming next. And we just want to thank you guys for just rocking with us for the last 3 seasons. Is it 3, right? We did 2 of these. So 4. Yeah. No, this will be the 4th season of we did 2 of Extreme Parenting, and then now the Village Group Chat. And we just thank you guys for all your support when we run into you and you let us know that you've been listening and we've added some type of value. Like that really just give us the motivation to keep going.
Does.
So keep listening. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we here. We out here.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.